Hello, good people. Hello, good people. Can you tell that today we're going to be doing something with orange because all this orange on my eyes? That was a lovely face. I'm so glad I did that for you all. Anyways, so today we're going to continue my bookshelf tour. You see, I got all the colors of the rainbow on my bookshelf. So today I wanted to go over my orange books. And as I was pulling them down, I realized that there are probably a lot that I haven't read. So stay tuned for that. We're gonna start. This is Crayon Shin-chan. Crayon Shin-chan. He is this mischievous little character that is in Japan. And I'm obsessed. He's so funny. He has different dances and stuff like that. But I bought one of the Japanese manga versions of it. So that's what this one is. You can see it's in Japanese, and you know, Japanese, they read right to left. So down, top to bottom, and then right to left. So you read the different panels and learn about it. That was that one. I got to chapter 30, it looks like. Gotta finish these books. Let's see. Yes. Radical Candor. Candor, be a kick-ass boss without losing your humanity. Haven't read this one, but a lot of people raved about it, so I have a copy of it. But yeah, haven't read it yet. Good old book. I bought this probably like a couple months after my breakup with my ex, and I think I was like in the zone of like, if I ever forget you or whatever. Let's see. These two lovers, after they were driven apart, two former lovers have a chance encounter on a Manhattan street. Oh, so sweet. Didn't read it. And Lost in Translation. I've mentioned in multiple videos that I am really interested in languages, really interested in translations and things like that. So this one is about a woman who comes from her native of Krakow to suburban Vancouver. So looking at those different things. There's the movie Lost in Translation. That's not related to this book, which is like a okay movie. I've seen interesting opinions of it. I watched it once. It didn't like leave some big memory on me, but I never got to visit the bar where they have drinks, the Park Hyatt bar. So I want to do that the next time I go to Japan. Bending Adversity, also another book that I didn't read, which I should have read. Should is such a dangerous word, which I could have read. Japan and the Art of Survival. This one was written after the Great East Japan earthquake. So I need to read this. This one I bought earlier this year because it was in one of the book lists. And it's supposed to be about this woman who was involved in like a scam with Vanity Fair. Or there was a former Vanity Fair photo editor who got seduced by her friendship and then scammed out of more than $62,000. Another good one to get loused in. We're getting loused here. This one I bought at 57th Street Books because it was like $5 and it looked interesting. Yeah, so haven't read it, but it looks interesting. Like I said, most of these orange books I haven't read. Another Japanese book, Koshigoshi no Koibito. Got about halfway through that. This one is about two lovers and like them turning 27, like how their life changes and stuff like that. It's got a little bit of drama with there's two main girl characters, and then it's talking about them and their partners. So it's got a little bit of drama. It's good though. One I read. This is part 3 of a series, Ku Neru Futari Sumu Futari, which means like the two that live and eat together. They live together, eat together, and sleep together. That's what this book is about. Or it's a manga. I'm not a huge manga person, but when I find one that I like, I read it. So there's 5 of these. So the other ones are in different sections, which is something that definitely I had to, when I first did this, I had to be like, did I want to separate like series? This one I did read. It's about North Korea, as I've mentioned. Interested in how that all goes. And this woman wrote about how she was a teacher at one of the prominent universities there. And she chose these photos because, you know, in North Korea you have to have the pictures of the leaders everywhere. And so she remarked about how they were in the classroom everywhere. This one didn't get to. Need to get to it. I probably bought it because it had something to do with Shanghai or China. A beautiful reckoning with the ever-changing definition of home, what it means to have, lose, and find family again. Grace Lee, USA Today. So, excited to read that one. I think my dad gave me this book. Yes, because it has to do with Tokyo. Lucy Blackman, tall, blonde, 21 years old, stepped out into the vastness of Tokyo and disappeared forever. I need to read that. This next one I did read. And this one's more of a red book because I didn't finish my full red book cover. That was also a red one, so we're going a little bit backwards because I had too many red books for one. This one I read for a class talking about Eastern and Western culture. From cuisine and martial arts to sex and self-esteem, East eats West, shines new light on the bridges and crossroads where 2 hemispheres meld into one global immigrant nation. Do you like how I read out these little blips? Her Body and Other Parties. This one was on a list that I heard was really good. So I'm interested in it. The borders between psychological realism, science fiction, comedy and horror, fantasy and fabulism. If I remember correctly, this one's like a feminist book, sort of like a feminist fiction book. And what else do we have? Bochan, very traditional Japanese book. I think I read this, but I could read it again. It's about like this kid in school, but it's a very famous Japanese novel if you've ever been into that. And then this one is from my friend Niet. Thank you, darling. The Bob's Burgers cookbook. I love, love, love Bob's Burgers. And this is all of the hamburgers. Ooh. Incy Beansy Baby, Yellow Polka Dot Zucchini Burger. It has like all of the different titles that he has. So I hope that I can make one of these burgers one day because I love Bob's Burgers. It's like an ad for Bob's Burgers. That's all for today, folks. Very short video. Yay.